This what's baffling me is that is what the company supply to go with that. As you can see, the van's looking nice and clean. It's going to get covered in crap again. Decorators are coming in to paint behind there before I fit it. Obviously they haven't done it. We're in the FUD in a minute, so his wallet's at the tail. That. We got a rep in. Got the Worcester rep in. I'll leave this running.
He's on OnlyFans.
Right, morning. Back to it today. As I said yesterday morning I had off because it was my grandson's birthday, so I went and spent the morning with him, and then in the afternoon I went and looked at a job, quite an interesting job for a hairdresser's. They're moving locations, so I had to do that, and it gave me a chance to clean the van. As you can see, the van's looking nice and clean, but the problem is I'm going back to that barn conversion today, so it's going to get covered in crap again. So we've got some bits to do at the barn conversion, and then so that's Tuesday. Wednesday we've got a grease trap to change, so we'll do that, and then Wednesday's video will be out. Then Thursday, Friday be slightly different video on Sunday, I think, because Thursday I'm going to the tool fair at the Rico. So what I'll do, I'll take the camera and do some filming there, and strike some deals, and you never know, might see people there or whatever. And then Friday I'm recording the podcast with Build with A&E, so that'll be quite good. I'm looking forward to that. Right, anyway, let's get over to this job now, because the traffic will be built up and I'll be stuck in it for hours. Literally just pulled up, so I'll get the tools out. Yeah, back on this barn conversion, get some little bits and bobs done today in here, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, I've got a grease trap to change in a restaurant I look after, so we'll get that done, so that'll be ready for Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday I'm going to the tool fair over at Rico, and Friday I've got the podcast for Build with A&E, so we'll pop in here now and see what's what. How you doing, boys? All right? Right, thinking here got a little alteration to do on there, and I think, as far as I was aware, the decorators were coming in. They probably haven't. Decorators were coming in, yeah. Decorators were coming in to paint behind there before I fit it. Obviously they haven't done it, so do the same this side. Yeah, so can he do that? Well, I can't do those boxings, so I started to do the barn that's back to that one. Started to get the pipe work round before the chippy does the boxing on it, and went to the container. They got like a container shed with all the fittings and fixtures and stuff in. Went in there, guess what? No copper tube. So because I'm on a day rate on this job, I'll just shoot off down to plumbase, pick some copper tube up, and book it to the builder, and just go back. So it's all inclusive in the day rate. So not inclusive, obviously I'm charging for a little bit of fuel for coming to pick it up, but it's part of the job. I can't get the rest of the day in without coming to get it. So we swung down plumbase. I'm here now. We haven't been here for a while, so I'll pop in and see how the lads are doing. All right, boys. Here I am. How are we keeping?
This is the Worcester rep.
Oh, we got a rep in. Got the Worcester rep in. I'll leave this running. This
was a personal story. Let's leave that one there.
You're all right being on film, aren't you? All good. Sam. Right. Good job you were.
Wider to fit me in, though.
Oh, don't worry. We've all had that.
Will you two be able to fit in this video?
Just about. It's why I've got the wide lens on it. Look, I've got the wide lens on it. Well, only good-looking people. So if I turn it just to us two, you're fine.
Yeah. Should I do a YouTube channel?
No.
The Life of Dave King.
OnlyFans channel. You'd have to have.
The Life of
OnlyFans, yeah.
The Life of Dave King. Day 1, I was dumped. Day 2, I took her back. Day 3, I was dumped again.
It's a pattern emerging, isn't there, Aid?
There is. They don't reckon it's the girls, they reckon it's me.
Well, it is. It's every single girl after the first date goes, fuck off. It's alright, I'll cut this bit out, though, if you're fine. Don't worry. I just leave it running because it gets good stuff. Tool Fair Thursday.
Where at?
Rico. Nice one.
They've got the store alive.
End of the month.
Yeah, I'm going.
What day?
Tuesday. Thursday.
And it's not
So I'm in the Alps Monday. That weekend, cycling, and then I'm back on the Tuesday. So I
Come out
thought
Wednesday.
I'll ease my day.
What about
ease
coming
my
out on a
week in.
Wednesday?
Why?
I might be able to get you a room for the night in Birmingham. Night out drinks.
It's in fucking Cov.
It's in Cov.
I know, but we're stopping in Birmingham.
Who's we?
Plumbase, I'm there.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm on the
On
store.
stand?
Yeah.
Fucking
Film that.
Get
I
out.
nearly what I
Get
wanted. I
out.
think I might go both days. No, because I'm going with Ben Johnson on the Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got a stand there, so I'm there for 4 days, and we're stopping in Birmingham,
Yeah.
at the Crown Plaza. So we go out at night time, take suppliers out, take customers out. They might notice me. You're that guy.
Oh, that's why he's fucking going. That's why he wants me to go.
Yeah. And the real person noticed he's on OnlyFans.
I'm thinking of going on Marriage at First Sight next year. You look like the bloke who's on it. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
Is
Yeah.
him in it?
Yeah.
Bobby!
Bobby.
Shut up, mate. Shut up.
Bobby.
Look at it, he knows it now as well.
You going? You there?
Yeah, we'll be there, mate.
Yo, man.
What, will you personally be there?
Yeah.
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 So will all the reps have to go then?
Hang
will
on,
they?
Premier.
It's only
How does it
within
work?
the
Oh, because it's the
did
within
window.
our
Birmingham,
team
right, yeah.
because of the geographical.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, G.
But yeah, we've
Say about
got quite a
that.
good setup going actually. I've seen a briefing of it. It looks quite a smart stand, quite an interactive stand,
Yeah.
which is
That's what they want. Is that interaction, isn't it? When you
Yeah.
go there.
yeah. Many years ago, we've done a similar sort of show, and it was a case of a boiler on a stand, like little pop-up stands, and it was a bit
Shit.
yeah. So we sort of learnt from that, and year after year, then we just try to improve it, just so there's an interaction bit.
That's what people want, don't they? They want to go and not just look like the pop-ups you do in the
Yeah.
Birchlands. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want it to be that because you've seen that.
Yeah,
You want it to be
exactly
that next sort of level into it.
Because we've got, it's not only just, it's only we've got not just us sales guys there. We've got like the trainers there as well.
Ah, right,
We've got like the lads who talk a bit of nonsense to get the sale.
Yeah.
But we've actually got the proper technical guys there as well. So
Right.
it is good. It is good. I think the last one we had, I think it was 3 boilers in a row. And each one of them had a trainer on, and they were stripping it down and showing the lads how to service it, how to remove components, put it back together. And
Yeah. That's what you want, hands-on stuff, isn't it?
yeah. I'm very much a learner like that myself. So you can show me stuff all day long on presentations, and I can read stuff, and it just doesn't sink in unless I physically do it.
Yeah.
That's when I go, right, that's what I need to be
Right,
doing.
yeah,
It sinks in a lot quicker.
Yeah, they're all right, and it just brings everyone together a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially the way it is at the last few years with the whole social media side and like things like the YouTube channel. But I'm going to that Tool Fair Thursday, and I'll film it, put it out for people that haven't been. You know, even just like, right, we're heading over there, and then just walking up. Right, this is it. You'll walk in and sort of say to them, right, okay, we can go here, and then as you're going up and round, you know, when you get chatting to the reps and that,
Yeah.
and then people who haven't been can get an idea of what
Get a
it's like. And
feel,
go,
a natural
"Fucking hell, I fancy
feel,
that."
a live feel.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
I'm going,
Yeah.
right, you do us a deal on that, and that, people go, "Fucking hell, go and get some drills, or like the installer show, you build them bonds with the reps. And
It's grown massive, the media aspect of every business.
that's big, that's look, it's all about the branding. Branding. Wallet. You hear the thud in a minute, so his wallet's at the tide. So there we go, I've got 4 more of these to carcass out today, but they were on my last video anyway, so I'm not going to bore you with the process of doing that, but I'll just quickly run over hot, cold, waste for the basin units going here, high level cistern, hence why the pipe's that high, 4-inch pipe coming out, and strap boss in for the waste. So as I say, we've got a couple more of them to do, wait for the tilers to get in to tile that, we can put the rainfall on, shower and whatnot. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today on this job. As I say, I did do the video. The last video I did was from here doing the same sort of thing, so I'm not going to bore you with that same sort of content. So I will leave you to it and speak to you tomorrow when I'm doing that grease trap at the restaurant. Right, morning, Wednesday morning. We're on Wednesday, we're halfway through the week. Hump day, they call it, don't they? Because you get into the, I only worked this out, or my missus had one of them little meme things that showed a guy running over a hill. Wednesday was the top of the hill, and I never ever got it. But obviously Wednesday's hump day, because it's the top of the week, if you like, then you can start coming back down. Anyway, today we're going to a local restaurant of mine that I do a lot of maintenance work for, and they've got a grease trap. Now, if you don't know what a grease trap is, they've got 2 stainless steel sinks, and they go into, obviously, where they wash food and plates and stuff like that down. The water goes through the traps into a big stainless steel container that's got like a, I'll show you anyway, it's got like a basket that catches all the shit and fat and crap that goes through, so that just the water can go through and go out the other side, hence catching the grease trap. See what they've done there? So we've got to go and swap that out, because the one they've got is A, massive, it doesn't fit the sheer volume of it, and B, it's split and it's leaking out the top and stuff like that. So we'll head up there now, see if we can get a parking space and get the gear unloaded and get on with it. Right, I've just got here, got the stuff moved out of the way, and I'll give you a little brief glimpse of what we're at. Right, so existing at the minute, we've got these 2 sinks through these traps here, which I'm going to completely alter all of that into this massive, great big grease trap, and it's basically, the seals have gone on the top and it's too big, and you can't get the top off to get the grease bowl out, and then it goes off into this lift pump. I mean, the lift pump's in because the only waste for the property is out that way, so that's not an issue with the lift pump, but we're going to alter all the pipe work to it and get it a lot more accessible, because this is the new one that's going in. This is basically going to sit where that one is, give or take, when we move it round. Water comes in here, goes into this bit here, catches all the grease and the crap and the shit. Water goes through there, up the bottom, air in the top, and out to your drain. And then when that catches all the crap, you can literally just lift that out, empty it. That's the plan anyway, but that one isn't working. So we're going to take all that out, literally strip it all out, mount this in a new place. I think I'm going to go there with it, and then repipe and reconnect it all up. So we'll get it all out. Right, so what we've got to do is take these pipes off here, take this off here. Basically this is full, so we've got to drain it, get this drained out, hence the bigger aquavacs in. So we get this drained out, get all this pipe work out of the way, get it off from here. I'll get the aquavac on here as well, and just completely drain everywhere down, turn the lift pump off, get it drained down, get this out, clean up, and start afresh. And as you can see, that isn't really doing its job. So with the aquavac, we're basically sucking the contents of that grease trap out into there to then chuck down the external drains. It's the only place it can go, and then we can get all of that out then. Right, so now we've got that relatively empty, we know we can undo this because there's not the water levels down here. So we can undo this, get this out, bin that pipe off, take all this off, clean up, and assess what we're going to do. They're not the nicest things to work on, to be honest. Right, so we've got the waste taken off there now, and we're going to take this waste off this lift pump, and then it's a complete fresh canvas to go again. So what I've also done now is completely drain this solo lift pump by putting the aquavac here, and inside here is like a little flap that only allows water to go that way. So put the vac here and popped a screwdriver in just to lift the flap up and manage to drain this from this way. So that's completely empty. Right, so we've got it all stripped out, but what I'm struggling with now is positioning. If I spin this, that front bit there is going to be poking out the front here and back in, which we don't really want because it can get hit, knocked. So I think the best thing I can do, and I've marked it up, is see if we can cut this section out here, sink the grease trap, put a plinth under the bottom here, sink the grease trap so it's roughly around there, so that level there is sitting on there, gives free flow into this side, free flow out of this side, can go straight into the lift pump, and it'll free up a lot of room under here for storage. But it just means cutting this out, which I've marked up with the angle grinder. Now I'm trying to get hold of the owner before I just start cutting away at his stainless steel kitchen units. It's no strength in it because the strength's all in the bars. As long as I don't cut the bars, as long as I cut the centre section out and drop it in, we should be good to go. Because then that also gives, because at the minute it don't come out. So again, if we drop that down, they're able to then get the grease bucket out. It's never straightforward, but that's going to be the best way of doing it, I think. Right, so we've got the old cut out there. We can now mount that grease trap into the bottom there. It leaves a lot more room to pipe up there, straight off and into the lift pump there. So we'll get this levelled up, get it set in position and go from there. It's a pain in the arse cutting that out though. Right, so we've got that side connected, and what we've got to do now is, it's quite a long process this. They're going to come off the bottom of the traps, inch and a half is going to come off the traps down and into this fitting first, which is basically a clean out trap. Just with a removable top if I can get it off. So that would be the first port of call. The reason we got that for a clean out is because you see the orifice on here, that's the flow controller going into the grease trap. So that limits the amount of water that's going to shoot in at any one time. So that'll be connected onto the side there. And if any crap or whatever builds up here, you're going to be able to get it out with the T. So that'll sit there. Then it's got your air off the top, which will go higher than what the sinks are. Just gives an air intake into the trap, onto the fitting, and then basically into the grease trap then. And what we've done, because we've done it so, dropped it so low, it's easy for the basket to come out to get cleaned up. So this is where a little bit of PTFE tape comes in handy, because the bore of this is ever so slightly under 2 inches. So what we'll do, we'll build it up with PTFE tape around there, just so that it seals. Where is it? So it seals better when it goes onto there. So that's biting right tight onto that fitting now. Right, so let's give you a little run through of this. It looks like one of those, you know, those hamster tunnels, but there's a reason for it all. So you've got your trap there, in 1.5 inches. I've put a mechanical T in there in case any of this has to come apart again. It just makes life a lot easier. So we come round, so we've got the clean out trap Then we're up there into 2-inch, into there. Remember, it's got that reducer there, flow restrictor there, inside that chrome unit. So we're into there. So then it'll go, the water will go into here, vent off there, air vent off there, just to stop siphoning, and then back down into 1.5 inch, drops into the grease trap, fills the grease trap, back out the waste the other side, into the solo lift pump, and away we go. So what I'm going to do now, I've got to pop off and get some overflow fittings for this because I've forgotten. I thought I had some in the van. So what I'll do now, I'll run some water through it just to make sure everything's all right. And obviously it's not going to go up to that level if we just run it dead slowly and gently. So we'll open it up now and see what happens. So we'll just run it dead slowly. So it's going to be coming down, through, along, through all there, and as you can see, it's just starting to trickle into there. So we've got no issues on the pipe work here. It's obviously filling up now, so we'll just let it kick in, lift pumped on, so as soon as this kicks in we shall see. Right, so we've got it all in, and as per the spec, obviously I've got to take that up above the basins, but this, let me just get the other one and show you. I've got one in the van from when I fitted one of these before. So basically the flow regulator is this. Now it's got a tiny, I'm going to say a 12mm hole in it, and that's basically sitting there. Now when I run these two basins, they just take forever. Well, even just this one just takes forever to drain because it's got to go through there, but that's how they're saying it's to be fitted. Now there is another grease trap over there without this, basically just coming straight out the traps, straight into the grease trap, and away you go. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that other grease trap hasn't got one, I'm going to come off here, off there, and I might alter that again. It's just a pain in the arse, but you know, it's still draining. It's been 3 or 4 minutes now and it's still draining, so I'm just not happy with that. So I'm going to take that out and alter it around a little bit, which is a bit of a pain, but I want it right. So I've just taken this out. If you look down here, that is the size of the hole that was. Yes, I get it, it's a flow restrictor, but Jesus Christ, that's just taking the piss. So we're going to take that out. That is literally flowing straight down now, straight out of there. Just put some bits of waste pipe under there just to hold it up, and a little bit of glue on the bottom of them, little tip. Put it in, a little bit of glue on the bottom. That one I'm not glued because it's on that on that fitting, but that one just a little bit of glue, hold it in place. But now it's running out, lift pump's working fine, and it's running away a lot better. It just goes to show that those, I get the point of them, but they're just no good at all, But that's what it's like. Sometimes you'll fit something as per spec and it just doesn't work, it just doesn't do what it's meant to do. So we've altered that now, we'll tidy this up now, get it all cleaned down. But that's took, you know, what we are now, there's the clock, what we are now, nearly 1 o'clock, so swallowed up most of the day just doing that. Bit of a pain, but it's done now, I suppose. Right, so that's in. It's working fine, working better, running away, and exactly how it should be. But it just goes to show that if you fit something like this, but what's baffling me is that is what the company supply to go with that, knowing it's going in like a commercial kitchen sink with that much of a hole in the middle for it to run through. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tomorrow's Thursday, I'm going to the tool fair in Coventry at the Rico. So if you see me there, come and say hello. I'm going to film my day there basically, and then Sunday give you a little insight into what the tool fair is all about. And then Friday I'm filming my recording a podcast with Bill with A&E. So I'm going to film a little bit of behind the scenes of that. Obviously not going to show you the podcast because that's for to go out on their channel. So if I don't see you at Tool Fair tomorrow, then I'll see you Sunday for Sunday's video. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.